Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gamecocks will put toe together and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, and this defense is reeling already. First play of the game, and you give up an explosive play in the passing game just like that. They better collect themselves and buckle up and get ready to go.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Dropping back, it's Walters. Steps away to find some room. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Quickly complete. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Using his legs, it's Palmer. There he goes. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. From the gun to give, looking for room. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Walters. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The toss to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Walters. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Smells it, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 4 over Appalachian State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got room to work. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Overton. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going right and going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Back to throw, it's Walters. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Overton. Finds us back in the middle. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Rides to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Overton. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Looking to the big tight end. This time on target. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Pulls it in. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. 3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
To the air, it's Walters. They'll run the screen. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Walters. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Walters. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on! All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback.
He'll take the deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Good timing on the quick out.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Wants to throw again. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game. What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
A first down run in the red zone. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. fires into the end zone. Big fella moving. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it. Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 8 over Appalachian State. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Really good. Making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab on the back. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, the receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Palmer. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. first snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Overton. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Off play action. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield, using his feet to buy time. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Trying play action. On the run, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. It's Walters. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
They'll try the run. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here's the handoff. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun. The running back has it. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another 1st down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And listen, I'm just trying to find a way to be positive down here, have positive gains, not run, QB sneaks and halfback dives, get the football on the perimeter, somebody with some speed and maybe catch you off guard. It wasn't a great play, but I got some positive yards out of it.
He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 19 to Texas Tech. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pocket breaking down. Makes a catch on the left. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find...
A lot of room to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The kick is on its way. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 41. To the air, it's Overton. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Grab near the marker, it's Palmer. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown.